Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Umineko. The story is that everyone dies. The end.
拍子抜けでつまらぬぞ。
お嬢様は偉大なる大魔女ではございませんか。この程度、気に留めるほどにもございませんよ。シャノンごときの挑発で、頭に血を上らせるなど、らしくもない。
Was there something that Beatrice didn't like? I would imagine from her reaction to that. Was she still unable to remove the thorn of Shannon's words? Ronove laughed lightly, as though lamenting the complexity of humans in a woman's heart, and ordered the seven sisters to go. After all, there were still 2 sacrifices left for the first twilight. The 7 sisters disappeared in ecstasy. Oh, that's where I should have stopped. Oh well. So, a lot of dead people. How many people are dead now? Is that 3 so far? So that means there's still got to be another few. I think. Goda was doing the nighttime rounds. There had never been anything on Rokinjima outside the Ushirimiya family. So checking that the doors and windows were all closed had no real purpose. However, since Natsui had scolded that this was careless, the nighttime rounds had become part of the servants' daily routine. The reason that Natsui had ordered this was the occasional disturbances of the witch. Everyone who came and left this island knew about the legend of Beatrice, the Witch of the Forest. This had become established as this island's characteristic ghost story. Yeah, I kinda know. Because of that, it was only natural that some people would say that when they thought that they were alone in the mansion, they would hear a strange sound or see the shadow of a person. However, when that had created a little too big of a disturbance and reached Natsui's ears, she'd made a fuss thinking that some suspicious person might have been entering and leaving. Anyway, it was said that she had roused all of the servants and had them check throughout the mansion. Because of all this uproar over the witch had happened before Goda had come, he'd only heard about it from the more senior servants. Ghost stories like that could be found in any workplace. They hadn't even been lacking at the hotel or the restaurant Goda had worked at. So when he had heard that story on this island, he smiled bitterly, thinking, so they have that kind of thing here after all. He'd smiled bitterly, but he had thought when in Rome, do as the Romans do, and had not slighted that. Goda went along with it on the outside, but in his heart he thought it was a childish trick. At first.
これは確かに不気味ですね。なるほど。過去の使用人たちがいろいろと騒ぎたくなる気持ちもわかるものです。
He could understand how someone doing the rounds on an eerie night like this might believe they had seen a ghost if they saw a lace curtain waving in the breeze from a window that hadn't been closed.
肖像画の魔女をバカにするとたたりがあるか。大怪我をして辞めた使用人もいるらしいし、怪我は勘弁だな。俺もこの年だ。二度とこんな厚遇の職場には恵まれねえだろうよ。肖像画の魔女様、真面目に働きますんで、一つ穏便に頼みます。
Please don't murder me tonight, that would be unfortunate. Goda prayed to the portrait, his hands together as though he was at a Shinto shrine. And then he died. The end. At that time, he thought he heard a sound. The kitchen? Was that the sound of something metal falling on the floor? Maybe a mouse or a cockroach had come out and knocked over some of the dishes. No, how could that be? It was normally thoroughly cleaned. Goda thought he would check what the noise really had been and enter the kitchen. He turned on the kitchen light. When he did, he heard a strange sound. Clank, 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 clank. To a cook like Goda, that sound seemed like the lid on a pressure cooker or something was shaking. Of course, it couldn't be in use when no one was in the kitchen. If someone was using the gas, walking away from it would be quite dangerous. Just in case, Goda decided to inspect the area around the gas range. And nothing suspicious had happened. When he did, in the corner by the gas range. Oh, really? The pressure cooker really had been set, just as he had thought. But the flame wasn't on. And yet, the lid was clanking. Was something fermenting and leaking gas? How could it be? Then there is a mouse or something inside. How could there be? Ridiculous. In front of people, Goda acted as though he had a bold personality fitting for his build. But he actually had an unexpectedly timid side to him. He was frightened that there might be something inside and he couldn't check it carelessly. In his cowardice, he grabbed a nearby wooden pedestal. And with a clunk, he tapped it a little strongly against the side of the pressure cooker. When he did, the clanking sound suddenly stopped. He should have been relieved now that it had stopped. But the fact that it had stopped when he had hit it was even more eerie, and made him more suspicious about what was inside. Ghosts aren't real.
そんな魔女も魔法もそんなもの存在するわけがない。すべての現象は科学的に説明できるんです。お化けも魔女もいてたまるもんですか。
Yeah. He repeated that many times, trying to build up his own confidence. It was quite comical how he looked completely different from what he was saying.
何が魔女だ。何が魔法だ。たたりだ。そら。正体を見せてみろ。そら。
He removed the lid of the pressure cooker. And lying exposed there was the sparkling clean silver bottom of the pot. There was absolutely nothing frightening like he had imagined.
そりゃ当然です。
Of course.
中に何もいるわけがない。
By now, Goda had realized that he had been a coward. So while he still had some doubts about what had caused the lid to make that sound, he thought it wasn't a big problem and decided not to worry about it too much. Ooh, spooky pressure cooker! Then he took the lid he had grabbed and softly set it back down where it had been. It's alright. There won't be a sound. Obviously. As if witches or magic could exist. Uh-oh. It's another clank. Oh, this is bad. This is how you gonna die, Goda. Yeah, you're dead. Sorry, Goda. And thus Goda could never cook ever again. All of the pots and utensils in the kitchen started clanking at once. It grew even stronger so that finally, the lid to one of the pots fell off. And, from inside that pot, a slender white arm reached out. The lids fell off the other pots one after another. And another. And another. When the number of arms grew to 7, a loud, shrill laughter split the air. Oh, good. It's just you guys.
こんな小物なんて本当にがっかり。あんたいらないなら私がもらうわ。いっただき。ちょっとダメだってば。私がもらうんだから。
Goda really is a lightweight when it comes to this kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that it isn't, kind of spooky and all, but he does seem to scream a lot more than anybody else so far. That we know of, anyway. And thus, truly, Goda never did use the pressure cooker ever again. Come on, let's search. There's only one more. That old hag. Where is she? She isn't in the mansion. What about the guest house? First one wins, right? Come on, search, find her. Don't be noticed by the relatives in the dining hall, right? And don't get noticed by the kids in the guest house, right? Search in silence, kill in silence. After all, it's still just the first twilight. She isn't in the guest house. But she isn't in the mansion either? Hey, I found her, she's in the rose garden. Why is she standing around there without an umbrella? I'm ready, all mine! You blockheads can just sit there and watch. I told you no, this one's mine! Come on, if we take any longer, we'll be scolded by Beatrice-sama. Let's take care of it all at once. Come on, found her, surround her. Come on, let's get along and do it all at once, okay? Die! Oh. The toughest opponent yet, it seems. Almost like she was prepared for this.
何よこれ。
やんちゃなお嬢さんたちだこと。あの子のお友達かしら。
何こいつ。ババアのくせに。何かの間違いよ。もう一度。
We should have stuck with Kumasawa. She seems to know what's up here.
こいつ、どうして私たちを防げるの？どいて！もう一度よ！
何度やっても無駄だ。この個人、できる。
私はあの子を待っているのです。どうか呼んできてはくれませんか？
そのようなデッチ暴行、私たちがすると思う？
その必要はない。
ベアトリーチェ様。
私が権限するほどでございます。必ずやお目覚めと思いました。
ローノウェイ、久しぶりですね。本当に久しぶりです。
こいつ、ロノウェ様を呼びつけに。
そしてあなたもお久しぶりですね、ベアトリーチェ。
こいつ、ベアトリーチェ様までも呼びつけに。
How arrogant.
よい。そのお方をどなたと心得るか。ベアトリーチェとは、そもそもそのお方の名。わらわはそれを受け継いだに過ぎぬ。そのお方こそは、わらわの師匠、先代ベアトリーチェ教だ。
先代ベアトリーチェ教。
Wait, you mean Kumasawa? Well, that's an interesting turn of events. Gold butterflies appeared in ones and twos from the Garden of Roses and began to gather around Kumasawa. Then after she was wrapped in a golden sparkle, she burst and disappeared, and Kumasawa's form is no longer there. Ah, hello there. That was a little unexpected. Instead, there was another golden witch. the one who had in the past explained to Beatrice the path of an endless witch. The only person Beatrice had called teacher in her entire life. Her hair was long and beautiful, and vividly youthful, and her figure in that elegant dress was unrecognizable as an old lady. No, this looked like a completely different person than Kumasawa.
これはお師匠様。再びお会いできる日が訪れるとは夢にも思いませんでした。
ええ、私もですよ。夜もまた眠りを妨げられるとは夢にも思いませんでした。
まったく厄介なところでお目覚めになられる。いつもの通りお休みであられたなら第一の晩を何も手こずることなく終えられるのに。いいえ、むしろ歓迎すべきですかな。少々退屈しておりましたところで。
相変わらず悪趣味な遊びで罪もない人々をもてあそんでいるようですね。無限の魔女の力は決して人に迷惑をかけることに使ってはならないと何度も教えたはずですよ。
そう言うなよ、お師匠様。退屈は私たちの天敵じゃありませんか。それから逃れるためのちょっとしたスパイスに過ぎませんよ。侵食が進めば進むほどにわらわの力は強くなり、わらわのしかしそれは同時にお師匠様の封印を解くことにもつながったとはな。
それを予見していたからこそ私はこうしてあなたのすぐ近くで眠りについたのですよ。願わくば二度と起こされぬことを夢見ながら、こうしてあなたと再会してしまったのは私にとってはとても悲しいことです。
相変わらずお師匠様は食えないな。
炉の上、家具の子たちを下げなさい。家具は主に仕えるだけです。すべての罪は主が背負います。
かしこまりました、マダム・ベアトリーチェ。
その名はもうその子に譲りました。さあ下がりなさい、家具の娘たち。私は一度聞かぬとしても二度言います。しかし三度目は口にしませんよ。
下がりなさい、煉獄の七姉妹。巻き添いになれば塵と化しますよ。
下がれみんな。
Ronove and the Seven Sisters of Purgatory retreated. After that, there was the Beatrice whose bold expression didn't falter, and the teacher Beatrice who had given up that name and wore a composed smile.
さーて、お師匠様。
そうですね。ほうき星の訪れよりも久しい再会です。もてなしてもらいましょうか。粗相があるようならば我が名と無限の魔女の称号返してもらいますよ。
無限の魔女にも免許更新制度があったとはな。
I don't really have a whole lot to say about this whole scene. It's just heavily unexpected.
仰せのままに、お師匠様。あなたの弟子がどれほど立派になったか、そしてとっくの昔にどれほどあなたを凌駕したか、とくとご覧に入れましょう。
It looked like the air between the two Beatrices exploded in fireworks. Just by glaring at each other, they purged all spirits from that space. As they watched, the Seven Sisters shivered. Because if they had retreated just 3 steps less than they had, they would have already been turned to dust by now.
さあいらっしゃい。 ベアトリーチェ、あなたにその名を譲ったことが私の生涯でただ一度の後悔です。その過ちを今自らの手で修正しましょう。
そりゃあ違うぜ、お師匠様。わらわのただ一度の過ちはこの程度の力を学ぶのにあんたに弟子入りしちまったことだぜ。何が無限の魔女だ。こんなの気づくだけの力じゃねえかよ。それをもったいぶって偉そうによ。お前の出番はとっくに終わってんだよ、お師匠様よ。
A lot of interesting things are happening, but old Beatrice is, or I don't even know what to call her, honestly. Yeah, they have the same name. What do you refer to him as? But she seems to be holding her ground a bit more. Is this a new track? I don't recognize this one.
私の弟子が迷惑をかけています。謝ります。
あんた何者なんだ。熊沢のばあちゃんがどうしてこんな姉ちゃんに化けるんだ。つうかあんた誰だよ。わけがわからねえ。これは何の特撮なんだ。俺は頭がどうにかなっちまいそうだ。
私はあの子の魔女の師匠です。かつての名はベアトリーチェ。あの子が私を継ぐ時にその名を送ったため今は名を持ちません。
あんたがすでに言い切っちまってるが、俺はあんたの弟子のせいで大いに迷惑しているぜ。頼むから責任取って何とかしてくれ。じゃなくて俺はこんなの信じねえぞ。魔女も魔法もあるもんか。こんなめちゃくちゃバトル、俺腐ったな。俺は何を信じりゃいいんだ。
あなたらしいとても短気なもてなしですね。
さすがお師匠様。この程度じゃバカバカしくてまぶたを開く気にもならないらしい。島ごとぶっ壊す気でなきゃ無理らしいぜ。さあさあおいでなさい、双剣の戦闘。
What was that? In response to Beatrice's summons, a terrific earth tremor split in the Rose Garden, and on either side of her shoulders, two massive war towers sprouted and stabbed into the heavens. They stretched up to 100 mirute tall, and each one had over 360 boards. This word is probably related to a fictional unit of length, measurement from Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, which seems to be about 1 meter long. So basically meter. Thanks for the unnecessary difficulty there. They were war towers of the God's Army Corps, which hadn't allowed even groups of ancient heroes to invade their precincts. As Beatrice elegantly floated in the gap between the massive two-headed towers, she looked down on her teacher, sneering with an absolute superiority. With the two massive towers lined up behind her shoulders, the witch looked very small, like a butterfly dancing through a large tree.
蝶に化ければ買わせるとか思うなよ。双子塔の弾幕密度じゃあんた 西ピンの昆虫標本どころかめった刺しの針刺し人形だぜ。
Over 720 ports opened on the towers, and godly soldiers accidentally pushed the buttons too fast. Hold on.
それであなたの手番は終了ですか。
Readied their multi-shot ballistas. Sorry about that.
これが遺言かよ。ぶっ放せ。
Wow. The ballista shots that numbered a little over 1,000 were all fired at once, drawing a beautiful geometric curtain of death. The boorish sound as the bowstrings are played was probably even deeper than the sound of a death god swinging its sickle.
さあさあおいでなさい。一なる言語を恥ぜ、その罪を知らしめよ。
The sky was stained an incandescent red, and from between the clouds, a blazing massive tower fell upside down. That massive falling tower and its rubble sucked in the thousands of ballista shots, so that not one of them approached the body of the witch who had summoned it. That's right. No one could approach the mysteries of heaven. That was the reality of the fallen tower.
さすがお師匠様。いちいちやることがでけえや。
私の手番は終わりませんよ。
I guess we could refer to his teacher. That isn't actually a bad recognition there.
さあさあおいでなさい。いば我にふさわしき槍を与えたまえ。
As the massive crimson tower that had fallen made a terrible gold-colored explosion. From inside those flames, a massive spear showed itself, so tall like a tower that you had to look up to see all of it. It was even too large for a giant's hand. It was a divinely beautiful spear of the gods, so massive that it gave the illusion that the tower which had fallen had turned into a spear of the same size. A spear of a certain victory that no one could escape.
無用の双子島ですよ。
Can anyone explain what that was about? Like, I get that they're pulling out, you know, all the stops to attack each other, but what's up with the tower thing?
自ら左右の退路を断つとは愚かしい。一本の槍をもお前は防げない。
When she snapped her fingers in command, the massive tower-like spear shot at Beatrice like a lightning bolt. It aimed right for the middle of the center of the Golden Witch's heart, with extreme precision. As she danced in the gap between the towers like a butterfly, slicing straight through the air like a flash of lightning.
こんなところでグングニルが弾けるとは。やっぱりお師匠様はすげえな。ハゼロ、役立たずの塔。いでよ、巨人兵の戦列よ。その盾と胸で神なる槍を防ぎきれ。
The shoulder war towers exploded in gold. They became several billion gold butterflies. Those butterflies took the shape of 7 massive armed soldiers, armored. Each stretched a full 50, let's just say meters, into the sky. And they lined up in front of Beatrice, protecting their master and holding massive shields which towered like windmills. They were as massive as a mountain range. The witch hiding behind them was like a small moon hiding behind the mountains. Is this all occurring on this island? We got mountain ranges on this island now? Once in the past, when the massive shields these giants held had been readied by the whole giants' regiment, they had protected King Wilhelm, I'm bad with names, castle, not only from arrows, but from the wind and the rain. And when they had faced upwards and held their shields to the heavens, not a single raindrop had gotten through.
愚かな神聖への敬いを忘れた魔女の哀れなことです。神の槍を巨人ごときで防げるとお思いですか。
道理ですね。人間の金属でいくら武装しようとも 神の槍は防げません。マダムの見事なエポレットメイトです。
そんな、ベアトリーチェ様。
もちろん忘れませんとも、お師匠様。さあさあおいでなさい、ヘパイストスと弟子たち。我にふさわしき盾を与えたまえ。
A golden whirlwind arose at the feet of the giant soldiers. It was a group of countless butterflies. They attached themselves to the massive shields like gold leaf, sparkling like they were a gold mirror. That was the absolute defensive wall given to the chief god by the goddesses. The Aegis shield. When the holy spear, which left a dignified tail behind it like a comet, crashed into the mountain range of that gold shield. There was a terrible thunderous roar. It was the creaking of the pillars that held up the heavens. The divine spear spun around and around, and was sent flying in the direction of the sinking sun.
ありえない。真相を防いだ。
いいえ、違います。神なる槍が避けたのです。絶対の槍と絶対の盾は争ってはいけないのが神々の掟。それはつまり防いだのと同じことですよね。
このような荒事ばかり腕を上げましたね。
むしろお師匠様はこういうお遊びが相変わらず苦手なようで、わらわからのお返しだ。法典にのっとり、槍には槍でお返ししましょうぞ。
The giant soldier battle line, which had fully blocked the divine spear, released their holy gold shields. The shields fell to the earth, making the ground shake. I'm assuming we're in some sort of alternate dimension and not in fact in front of the Ushirimiya mansion, and everyone's wondering why we have giant soldiers in the front yard. When they did, another gold whirlwind arose. And the 7 gold shields changed their form, dang it, I keep pressing this button, into 7 massive spears of lightning lying on the ground. At once, each of the giants lifted one of their legs high and firmly stomped on the tips of the handles. As the earth shook with a thunderous sound, the 7 lightning spears spun beautifully and flew up above the giant soldiers' heads. They scattered into a golden splash and began to fall before the giants. Each of the giants squared off, and with the force of their whole body, they kicked and smashed them. The broken pieces numbered exactly 30, and became lightning spears of exactly the same size as the original, which made 210 for all 7 of them. And all of those burst at once, and each of those were split into 30 thorns, so that there were 6,300. They became a barrage of thunderclouds, drawing a beautiful geometric pattern. And then each of those changed into 3 bolts of lightning, so that bigger numbers shot at Beatrice, the predecessor. Certainly a bundle of almost 20,000 thunderbolts should have reduced the teacher's body to dust. But there was no impact. Beatrice knew immediately that she had been fooled. At the time, from the direction that the sun had supposedly sunk, she felt the impossible rays of sunlight. A brilliant ray of light shone on her profile. It was the figure of the leader, holding aloft the spear of the gods that had supposedly been repelled a short while ago. She bore a sparkle like the sun on her back, and made it shine on the incarnation of darkness. As Beatrice watched, she was trapped like a mouse in a cage, cornered in a dead end formed by the giant soldier battle line. By now, the predecessor Beatrice had seized a position directly alongside the giant soldier battle line. That's a lot of words.
これでお遊戯の時間はおしまいですよ、ベアトリーチェ。
このわらわが側面を許しただと。
Her bold expression hadn't faltered once before now, but now it twisted for the first time. And faster than Beatrice could click her tongue, the predecessor Beatrice released the Holy Spear. As it jumped through the air, it changed its form once more.
さあさあおいでなさい、ロベルグの兄弟たち。我に巨人を砕きし天の鉄槌を与えたまえ。巨人兵ども、わらわを守れ。何をしているか、ノロマども。
By now it was no longer a spear, but the whirlwind of a massive hammer that raised a sound like a windstorm as it flew through the air. It was the legendary hammer that had shaken the king of the Frost Giants. So the giant soldiers couldn't escape from that fear. So no matter how much the master ordered them, they couldn't block the path of that hammer.
バックランクメイト、安らかに眠りなさい。
Before the whirlwind of this massive chunk of metal, Beatrice was nothing more than a mere speck. The instant the whirlwind started to suck Beatrice in, Beatrice's form turned into a massive war tower. The iron hammer smashed the war tower, scattered tremendous amounts of rubble, but it did not reach she who had escaped behind it. Furthermore, when the smoke started to settle, the war tower had sucked in the massive iron hammer without crumbling, and blocked the way. Even the giant smashing iron hammer couldn't break through the final tower protecting the witch. However, this war tower truly was the witch's last trump card. It was a war tower for dodging, that could only save her from danger once. But this tower was impregnable. No weapon could break through it. At that time, the moon disappeared. As Beatrice hid in the shadows of the giant soldier battle line in the war tower, she looked up at the sky. When she did, inside the moon was the figure of a massive horse ridden by the god of war and death. The predecessor Beatrice rode the horse with him. His cloak had blocked the moon and swallowed it in an eerie shadow. And the spear of the gods was in his hand once more. In other words, it was a godly knight who had jumped over the ramparts formed by the giant soldiers in the war tower, attacking from the heaven. There's so much just, like, lingo. Giant soldiers, war tower.
Beatrice.
The struggle to the death between the two witches with the same name was resolved. The spear that had been launched from the heavens pierced the ground. The giant soldier battle line and the war tower split up into countless gold butterflies, wrapping the area in a gold-colored storm. Then the sound of thunder, and the sound of the falling rain and wind. If you looked around, there was nothing in that rose garden. The butler and the rest were watching the two witches confronting each other. But only Beatrice was different. Wow. Yeah, sorry, we're gonna have to stop it for here. I wanted to stop it earlier, but I didn't have a good spot, and I'm just falling asleep. I'm sorry. It's not the story, it really isn't. I've had so much going on lately, so I need some more sleep. But, you know, I didn't, that was definitely an interesting battle going on. Though I feel like some of it, either from being tired or just my usual cluelessness, some of that sailed over my head slightly. Like, I got that they were battling, but what was up with all that? Were those references to some sort of historical thing, possibly, that I don't know about? Or does anybody have any information on that? That would be kind of cool. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and next time, hopefully I should be a little more well-rested, so that we can continue Umineko. Bye!